Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? What's going on, Facebookers, and everyone on the World Wide Web? This is your boy, the Executioner Mark Knight, coming to you live from my 8 to 4. It's been a minute since I've been up on the tube, so I just want to apologize to all my friends, all my viewers, the many that I have, the minimum that I have, or just those who have just happened to be browsing through at this very moment. I just want to say peace and blessings unto you, and thank you for coming through to my page. Like I said, it's been a while, so just bear with me on that. So many things have been taking place. A lot of things have gone down. Of course, I just want to bring things up to speed. Number one, welcome to the summer. The summer is here. Yeah, hey. No more long coats and polo boots and leather bombers and scarves and all that other goodness. So thank God that the summer is here, so we can enjoy some of this heat. I think it's going to be a hot one, but it's always good to be ready for that. So I would suggest you guys stay cool, enjoy yourself, take as much time as you can to enjoy this beautiful weather with your picnics, your romping in the parks and everything. So just keep that in mind, and also shout out to the kids, do something good and safe and constructive this summer and be productive as well. I just want to bring a couple of things up to speed. I had just recently subscribed to Vontavious Porter website up on YouTube, his page. MVP got his page going up there, so y'all need to go and check that out. It's crazy and it's really, really cool, and it's a nice thing to go up on and check out. And by the way, shout out to you, my man, for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful tribute that you did for Randy Macho Man Savage, and congratulations on becoming the first ever IWGP Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, my dude. So you're gonna do your things, so keep doing your thing, baller. Let's get it popping. I respect you for that, and thanks for adding me on for your page. Speaking of which, a lot of crazy events. Of course, 2 weeks ago was supposed to be the end of the world, but we ain't gonna touch on that. But also within that same time frame, the passing of one of the greatest of all time, one of the great legends in the world of professional wrestling, the guy who basically inspired millions and millions of superstars and wrestlers and kids, and to be fans of this business, to want to participate in the business, and just to even have the name to be synonymous in your household. And I'm talking about the one and only Randy Macho Man Savage, who unfortunately passed away a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, as a matter of fact. Macho, one of my heroes, the main reason why I became a wrestling fan, and the main reason why I just love wrestling in the first place. Real brief, real talk. When I was in gym class many years ago, actually not even in gym class, a recess in public school, PS3 in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. It was a winter day, it was a snow day, and we couldn't go out in the yard and play. And my gym teacher, Mr. Wingus, I don't know where you are, I don't know what you're doing right now. Back in the day, he used to pick on me because I was a skinny little kid who didn't like to play basketball, who didn't like to play baseball, wouldn't be caught dead with one of them things in my hand. I was just concerned with one thing at the time, and I was doing backflips, because that was my thing. I love doing light gymnastics. He did something, and I never forget that, and I never will forget it. And I appreciate you, Mr. Wangus, wherever you are. I thank you for basically turning my mind, my eyes, and my heart into one of the things that I grew passionate about over the years, and that's the sport of professional wrestling. He brought into the school that day on a VTR tape, videotape. That's so dinosaur age ago, early 80s. He brought in the Wrestling Classic. That was the WWF's pay-per-view one night single elimination tournament seen a whole bunch of things that went on in that tape, man, which was crazy. I remember seeing Dynamite Kid versus Boris Zukov hitting him, no, Nikolai Volkov hitting him with a drop kick off the top rope while he was singing the national anthem as the match started for his elimination. I remember seeing a classic bout between the British Bulldog, may he rest in peace, against the Dragon Ricky Steamboat, which was a very, very, very good match. I thought one of the first 5-star matches I've seen in my lifetime. And the finale was Randy Macho Man Savage versus the Junkyard Dog. Now, at first, like I said, didn't know what pro wrestling was. When I saw pro wrestling, I saw two things that stood out to me. One, I saw an African American wrestler who I've got to know over the years as one of the greatest draws in the history of this sport, one of the greatest athletes in the history of the sport, and one of the biggest names in the history of the sport. I'm talking about Junkyard Dog. Take on the man who basically is and was one of the greatest of all time, Randy Macho Man Savage. When I saw that, I was like hooked. I was hooked like everyone else. And then I started trying to surf through the channels on my black and white television at home, you know, when I used to live with my mom and my little sister and whatnot, and we had that one TV in the house, and it was in my mama's room, so, you know, you had to flip the channel with the, you know, the knob or the needle nose pliers. You know, I was poor back then, but those Saturday afternoons meant a lot, because I got to see something that I was passionate about, and growing up, hanging out over there in Bushwick with my cousins and everything, I got to see this man and all of the other characters and all of the other athletes grow to be a staple in my life. And Macho Man was one of the main guys that stood out the most. And I miss that dude. I miss everything. You know, it was still early for him to go home, but, you know, the Lord called him. And, you know, he's up in heaven right now with Elizabeth and all of the other fallen pro wrestlers. Macho Man basically gave me a lot of memories in my life, and I really, really, really appreciate everything he's done, from facing Steamboat, you know, at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Belt. And, you know, what's crazy about that is that that's the match that everyone regards as the show stealer, the match that stole the show, and as what many people would say, he was the first Mr. WrestleMania, because he's had consecutive WrestleMania memories back-to-back, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, he did commentary at 9 and 10. So he was regarded as the very first Mr. WrestleMania. You know, I was, you know, enthralled with the match he had with Steamboat when he lost the IC belt. I was enthralled with the fact that he wrestled 4 matches to become the World Heavyweight Champion. I was enthralled with the match that he had with Hogan the following year. His match with Dusty Rhodes, the mixed tag match with him and Sapphire and Sensational Sherry. His retirement match against the Ultimate Warrior. And, of course, his return back into the ring a year later to become the world champion, defeating the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And, of course, the list goes on and on and on. There's a lot of things that Macho Man has done to stand out. But I think there was 3 moments that stood out for me. One, of course, would be his match with Shawn Michaels. And, of course, his 2 with Bret Hart. And that really signaled the fact that Bret was going to be a big star, too. So I really appreciate that. Macho Man, rest in peace, my brother. I don't know you. You don't know me. But I just know you in my heart because I grew up watching you. If there was somebody I wish I could have had an opportunity to meet, I would definitely would have said you would have been in my top 10. You know, there still might be a few more to meet, but you know what, Macho? I love you. Rest in peace. May your soul be at ease. Just know that you're in a better place, and we love you from down here. Oh, also, ESWA Pro Wrestling this Sunday, Mind Games, at the world-famous Ace Arena, 725 Sixth Street, Union City, New Jersey, 4 o'clock bell time. Mind Games is the event that's taking place. I'm going to be there, and you folks need to be there and just need to see how the mind games are going to be played. And speaking of ESWA wrestling, somebody near and dear, close to a lot of the guys in the locker room and outside of ESWA wrestling, just throughout the indies, all in general. I just want to say that my well wishes go out to BKNY Spyral, Brandon Kaplan. Good dude. He's a real good dude. He had suffered a really freak injury last week, and he had gotten the surgery. He's going for surgery. He had injured himself wrestling inside the ring, working out, and it was a freak accident, and it just is boggling everybody. It is bothering everyone. Dude is in our hearts right now. Spiral's a good dude. I remember this guy when he came in. When I used to run my public access show on Manhattan Neighborhood Network and on BCAT, World Wrestling Union. Those who know, they know about the union. You know, we were basically like the number 3 fed that ran inside Arena, Puerto Rico. So anybody that knew anybody that was everybody, that been around everybody, that knew everybody, that was around everybody, knows everybody. A lot of the up and coming guys who are doing things now, like Wes Draven, How to Key, the SAT, of course, Loki and everyone else, Low Life Louis Ramos and the Notorious 187 Homicide, they've all been in this spot right here. And Brandon, just came through and started perfecting and learning his craft of wrestling here inside the building. And he impressed me a lot just with his athletic ability, high flying skills. I mean, I think defying. I mean, to the point to where it's like, I think that even with all of the polishing up that he was going to get, he would give a lot of these high flyers a run for the money. And just his creativity inside the ring, it was no limit. He was able to do so much with his ingenuity, his body, and he gained so much knowledge. And as he was growing, we grew to respect everything that he's doing and done, and all of the contributions he's made, all of the hard work that he's doing. And this accident to take place is really crazy. I remember him from 1999, and I'm very proud of him. I'm proud of his growth in the industry. I'm proud of everything that he got to accomplish and everything that he's got to live to do. And all I can say right now, my brother, is that I love you. You're in my prayers, you're in my heart, and I hope that you're doing fine and well. And come back. I mean, things like this, it makes me think of, Magnum TA, when Magnum TA was in a car accident back in the and he had to have his career stopped short because of the car crash. But the impact that the National Wrestling Alliance made him a legend to this very day. You look at Draws, shout out to Draws. He was the World Tag Team Champion, and he's doing good, but a freak accident took place, and he's a paraplegic, in a wheelchair, but time to time. So when you give your body, your mind, your heart into doing whatever you want to do, and you're passionate about it, you're gonna work hard for it, and a lot of folks may not understand that pro wrestling, lucha, entertainment, free fighting, whatever, and the injuries in this thing is serious, and you just got to keep that in mind, that there's nothing fake about waking up hurt, waking up sore, waking up swollen, waking up to perhaps getting a surgery. Hopefully he could bounce back, and I hope he does. So I just ask, Spyral, in your prayers. If you happen to get a chance, go to the CZW pages up here, and you get a chance to type in some of Spyral BKNY and look at all of the stuff that he's done in the ring. Look at all of his way he does things, and you realize and see for yourself just how good this guy is. We've seen a lot of guys come into this business, and a lot of girls come into this good and they work hard, and from out of nowhere something just can happen and can just do it and just stop you in your tracks. But gotta keep keep my man in your prayers and in your heart. So until then, folks, I ain't gonna take up too much time because I got to get back into taking care of business here. Somebody got to earn a paycheck, and that's me. But until then, folks, you guys have an enjoyable summer, and take it easy. God bless, and have a good one.